What's up, YouTube? Honeybee here, bringing you a new Mortal Kombat 1 video. In this video, we're going to do something a little bit different. Normally, I don't make videos just going over like tweets and stuff like that, but Ed Boon put out a series of tweets today that I feel like should be discussed. I was kind of scrolling through what he was talking about, and I was like, oh, this is some pretty interesting stuff. So let's take a look at Ed Boon's Twitter, and we're going to talk about some of these stuff that he's talking about in these tweets. All right, so here we are. Ed Boon tweeted this out. Got some stuff, some questions, some fun in this multi-tweet post, starting with this closer look at cameo fighter Farah. In Mortal Kombat 1, she plays unlike any cameo fighter in the game, and we can't wait for you to check her out. So this was made just under an hour ago. So we have another look at Farah on a bag of people's heads, and she's looking pretty interesting. They did show a picture previously of her. Maybe I can find that for you. Hold up. They did put out this picture of her previously. This was like May 3rd, so like 11 days ago. They put out this picture of Farah. She can ride on your back. You're going to be in some kind of stance, but it's hard to know much from this picture outside of the fact that Scorpion's health is at 1,000 here, you can see, meaning that Farah likely won't be affecting health values. But that's all we can really tell from this, and the fact that she's going to ride on your back. Like, for those of you that don't know, Farah Tor from MKX had Farah and Tor, and Farah rode on his back, and you could like throw her like an overhead, like a low, like she had a mid, a bunch of things like that. They're probably going to bring that back in some capacity, but we'll have to wait and see exactly how that's all going to play out, because it does say here that she plays unlike any cameo fighter in the game, and we can't wait for you to check her out. I will say, I made a tweet about this previously, NRS, like, when it comes to these DLC cameos, I think they've been doing an amazing job at making each cameo very, very unique. Like, they play unlike any of the cameos that are already in the game. When you're looking at Chameleon, the way that she's changing and has all these moves, and she was so useful for so many characters, probably a little bit too useful for so many characters, but regardless, she's a really good cameo. Same thing goes for Janet. She's very, very unique in everything that she does, has her own kind of puppet stance, has a wall that you can put up, combo extensions everywhere with the whatever punching thing. She also has that other nut punch, but is generally unused, but she's very useful. And like the same thing is going for Mavado as well right now, where Mavado offers a lot of stuff that other cameos aren't given. Tremor, I think, has so much potential there. It's just that he's a little bit too expensive in general. So we'll see what's happening with Farah, but Farah is one of the cameos I've been most excited and looking forward to, so I'm very interested to see what she's going to be like when she comes out. He says here, I know this is pointless because people are going to speculate, but disclaimer, none of these questions polls should be taken as any kind of hint, promise, or confirmation of features coming to Mortal Kombat 1. These are mostly for fun, and it's always great to hear from players and MK fans. So there you go, guys. Not confirmation. There's the disclaimer, but we can assume that in some capacity, some of this stuff might matter. We'll see. There's a demonetized thing there from the skin. What other Mortal Kombat movie skins would you most want to see in MK1? MK Annihilation, Scorpion's Revenge, MK 2021 movie, or upcoming MK2 movie peak? I'm a vote for this one. Oh, it's actually a fairly even vote, you know, with 20.2 being the lowest and 30.6 being the highest. Most people wanting the 2021 movie skins. Interesting. When did you first start playing Mortal Kombat? Let me know in the comments, guys. When did you first start playing Mortal Kombat? We have arcade era, MK to MK4, 3D games, Deadly Alliance to Armageddon, or back to 2D, MK9 to MK1. For me personally, my first Mortal Kombat, for those of you that don't know, was actually Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. I was just a button masher. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, to be honest. So I don't really like count it like that. The first Mortal Kombat I ever like played was Mortal Kombat X, and that was mainly because I got into the scene with Injustice and then stuck around and continued to stick around, is kind of what happened with me. My parents were like super strict on stuff, and I didn't play these type of games when I was like a kid. But I'm a vote for this one. Oh, interesting. That's a fairly fairly even vote for this as well. All right, which of these returning guest fighter combat packs would you most want to see in MK1? Ooh, that would be insane to bring these guys back. MK9 plus Freddy, Kratos, Texas Chainsaw. Wait, MK9 plus, because yeah, what plus Texas Chainsaw? Leatherface wasn't in MK9, he was in MKX. So they have Alien, Predator, Jason. They just kind of switched that around. Interesting. Alien, Predator, Jason. That would, honestly, MKX had such a good combat pack. Like, they had some great stuff in MKX. They really did. MK11, Terminator, Rambo, RoboCop. Honestly, pretty lackluster. In my opinion, I'll be shocked if MK11 has the highest amount of votes for this. I'm going to go with the MKX one. I think they actually had a really good combat pack for that. MK9 is pretty high. MK9 had some good stuff too. Like Freddy, that was cool. Kratos, that was cool. Texas Chainsaw, Leatherface, all right. I think MKX was the best though, personally. MK11 by far the lowest vote, and I completely understand. This is interesting. This is part of the reason I made this video, to be honest. He said, for previous NetherRealm games, MKX and Justice 2, we've made custom skins and shaders to support the prize pools of tournament, esports, and community events. MKX had Crimson, Ermac, and Blue Steel Sub-Zero. So there's some picks that they had. A lot of people in the competitive scene have said, why are they not bringing this back? Why are they not doing the crowdfunding stuff? Like, people bought so many of these skins, and you know, we got some great prize pools when it came to like Injustice 2. For those of you that don't know, Injustice 2 year one had $20,000 pop bonuses for multiple events. Evo 2017 for Injustice 2. I may or may not have gotten second at that. I did. It had a $50,000 pop bonus in Injustice 2 for Evo, but that was only the first year. And then they had the finals, which had $200,000 in the finals. There was a lot of money out there. And then on top of that, this I don't think this was from NetherRealm or whatever, but E-League, which was that same year in 2017, had $250,000 finals, which Dragon ended up winning, and he walked away with $150,000, I'm pretty sure, from that, obviously not including taxes, but that's still an insane amount of money. And then like they started dropping the ball. Like MKX, they had ESLs, which was like, I don't know, $60,000 prize pools. They had 3 seasons of ESL. They had $50,000 prize pool bonuses for Mortal Kombat X at Evo 2015 and Evo 2016. So yeah, like that was really, really good. They had multiple events in Mortal Kombat X as well that they were putting like I think $10,000 pop bonuses into and whatever. And at the time, that's the first time like we in the scene got a taste, right, of that kind of money for events. It was amazing. And then kind of, I think in year 2 for Injustice 2, which was 2018, everything kind of started falling off. We went from like 200k to 100k a pot bonus, which or not pot bonus, but prize pools, which was unfortunate. I think the 20k pot bonuses we were getting for events dipped down to like 15k for different events, and then Evo didn't get the 50k bonus that it had 3 years prior. And then you go into Mortal Kombat 11, which was it was like, I think it was like $15,000 pot bonuses for a couple different events, but there wasn't as many events on the list. And Evo as well, it had like a 15,000, I'm pretty sure. And then the finals was like 100,000, which, you know, compared to like the 200,000 we got for Injustice 2 year one was a little bit underwhelming. And then COVID happened, nothing was going on for Mortal Kombat 11, like in the second year, and then it just kind of all fell off there, right? And then now we're in the Mortal Kombat 1 era, and there hasn't really been much of anything in terms of like offline pot bonuses like there was in previous games. There's been some money put into some like online like regional qualifiers and stuff, like maybe a 3k pot bonus here and there. And then the finals originally was supposed to have 100k, but they bumped it up to 200k. So it's been a little bit underwhelming since like Injustice 2 year one, which was just factually, it was like peak NRS esports. Injustice 2 year one, that was 2017. So they could do a lot. is essentially what I'm saying. They could do a lot if they wanted to make skins again and support esports events and tournaments and the like. And like when you look at games like Street Fighter that has like a $2 million final or whatever, first place gets $1 million, you know, $1 million. You have Tekken that had like $1 million for their pro tour. When MK1 came out and the numbers were announced, a lot of us were very disappointed in comparison to like what these other big titles are getting, you know. Like it would be amazing even if we could get half of what first place got. Like even if our prize pool was 500k, like that would be so much better. But if we could hit that mill like some of these other, you know, some of these other games, I don't know if I could still main Reptile, but you know, I would want a chunk of that change. So it says here, if we were to have a Mortal Kombat 1 pro competition season 2, would you like to see us release costume shaders to support prize pools for it? What I'm shocked about is like, well, I guess the casual audience probably, like they just don't care as much. They're saying no. But like everyone that gives any kind of anything, if anyone cares at all about the competitive side of Mortal Kombat, you should be voting yes for this. Like without a doubt, 90% are saying yes. Like they should be bringing that back for sure. What was your favorite part of Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath? New story, new fighters, babalities, gameplay balances. They didn't have babalities, did they? Why is that even an option? I would have loved if they brought babalities back. They had friendships. Maybe that's what he meant to say. Maybe he meant to say friendships here. I'm gonna go with gameplay balances personally, but I'm pretty sure this should say friendships. And then we have, speaking of cameo fighters, we have a little sneak peek at Farah. All right, sneak peek. Which MK movie fighter would you most want to see join the cameo roster in MK1? MK movie fighter. Art, Lean, or Cole Young? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know who Art, Lean is, so I'm going to say Cole Young. I don't know who that one is, to be honest. What was your favorite? What was your favorite of the previous Mortal Kombat single player game modes? Now, let's see here. We got Challenge Tower, Conquest, The Crypt, or Towers of Time. I actually didn't really play these ones, so I'm gonna go with The Crypt. But apparently, MK Deception Conquest has a pretty high amount of people voting for that. And I think this is the last part of the poll here. In the past, we've created alternate announcer voices in MK games. Who would you most like to have added as an MK1 announcer voice? Ooh, Dan Forden, all calls made in toasty voice. Interesting. Ed Boon, all calls made in scorpion yelling voice. Interesting. Steve Ritchie, classic MK1 Shao Kahn voice. I'm gonna go with Ed Boon. Yeah. We should totally get an Ed Boon voice. I would have loved a Devora voice in MK11 or even MK1. Bring it back. I don't care. A Reptile voice as well. I would be pretty happy about. There you go, guys. That's just a series of stuff that he was having out here, different polls and stuff. I really just wanted to make the video more so just to discuss this potential, the potential of a pro competition season 2 that would have like an actual way of supporting prize pools with skins, because they really should bring it back, man. They should bring it back. And I will say I am very excited to see what's going to happen with Farah. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys enjoy just, you know, me talking about this kind of stuff, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Appreciate you guys watching the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.